everyone. My name is Erica Swery, and I am the head of engagement.
So I said some things last night, like I've been kicking my husband's ass over the house. That isn't quite true. My husband provokes me daily. He gets in my face. He screams in my face. He lunges at me. Last night, he grabbed me by my head, threw me down right here, and twisted my neck. It felt like my neck was going to break. I have literal images of bruises all over my body from my husband. I grew up in a very traumatic life. I've been trying to explain that to you guys. I talked about my dad locking me in closets at a young age last night. My dad, because when I was 5 years old, I wrote a B backwards. It looked like a D. My dad called me a stupid ass, strapped me to one chair with a belt, and then beat me with another. I watched my dad beat the fuck out of my mother until she had a miscarriage of twins. It's one of my earliest childhood memories. It was before my sister, who was 4 years younger than me, was born. My father beat the fuck out of my mom so bad there was blood everywhere. When I was 14, my little sister Sarah, who's living through trauma right now, and did trauma to her children because she was taught trauma. There was a man my mom dated. His name was Kevin Sherman. You guys are welcome to look this up. He's from Glassboro, Pennsylvania. He was in prison. My mom was dating him before prison. And when he got out of prison, when he found out my mother had a baby, he broke into my home. He beat the fuck out of my mother. He hit me with a phone. My mother flatlined. A police officer by the name of Timmy Kuiper saved my mother's life. My mother spent 4 months in the hospital. When my mother discovered she had cancer, a man named Philip threw my mother out of a moving vehicle. When you grow up in trauma, it becomes really hard. It's a defense mechanism. Let me shut this for you. It becomes a defense mechanism when a man lunges at you and scares you. My husband has refused to put cameras up on my home after you guys have seen the threats to me here on YouTube. My husband has started a lot of problems, like writing my ex-brother-in-law and using words like, I tried killing her, I tried 302ing, killing, and everything to get her off YouTube. I'll share the screenshots in my community post. I'm not going to do it right now. I've shared them in the past. Go scroll. My ex-brother-in-law, who abused my sister horribly, was writing to my husband as if they were plotting my death. That's what it felt like to me, especially when I got some weed and I found a pill in my weed. I accused my husband of poisoning me. That's how my shit started here at home. He refused to look at the pill in my weed. Instead, he went and got my daughter, said I was trying to accuse him of poisoning me. I called the police that day to turn something in for Summer. And something up here. I called local police. And when the police got here, my husband told them to cart me off at my ex-brother-in-law's request. Now my ex-brother-in-law is in my comment section saying he's going to sue me for defamation. Well, Mr. Robert Ward, I hope you know I saved every screenshot with you, Stacy, Tiffany, Dana Santucci, all the people that was in my comment section sending me threats. You're attached to all of them. You was also commenting. Sue me if you want. For those of you that have a problem with me hitting my husband back when he hits me, fuck you. When you grow up in trauma and in a lifestyle where every man your mom has ever been with, and there's been a lot, beats the fuck out of your mother on a daily basis, it becomes a defense mechanism. It's scary to me when my husband lunges at me. I will slice a motherfucker's throat. Did you just hear me say I watched a man beat my mother to death in front of me? And that I watched my father beat my mother to a bloody pulp? To the point where she miscarried twins. Yeah, I was like 3 years old. My very first memory of life, besides my father beating me because I destroyed a Beatles album. Lots of women out there have gone through trauma. For me, it started at birth. A never-ending cesspool of trauma in my life that has never ended. Might be why I'm a little touched. I know there's many women out there who have been beat and hit and hurt. And I know there's many women out there that will protect themselves. When my husband puts his hands on me or gets in my face, yes, I hit back. I'm nobody's bitch. And I will never, ever allow a man to put their hands on me the way men have put hands on my mother and on my sisters. My little sister Sarah, who's addicted right now, and her children were on the dark web. I believe that was a result of my YouTube, a threat. Her boyfriend, she's in such a trauma bond, even after them going to jail, and they're both out on bail, waiting to go to court, she's still with her boyfriend, the father of her children, who SA'd her kids, and beats the fuck out of her daily. She has bruises all over her body. Many calls to the McKeesport Police Department by my mother to protect her. My mom passed away. Justin's beating my sister's ass daily. I guarantee it. He pimps my sister out. He doesn't care or love her. Trauma is real. No, I don't purposely go abuse my husband, but I'm hurt. I don't like when he puts his hands on me. You guys have seen me come out here with the bruises all over my shoulders. He let my daughter-in-law beat my ass and sat there like this and smiled while it happened. He talks to me like dirt every day. He will tell me that saying good morning in a marriage is a fantasy, that men shouldn't say good morning to their wives. That's the kind of husband I have. He has literally driven me a little crazy. I expected the abuse from YouTube. Y'all ain't in my home. But when you have a man that lives in your home and tells you he supports you and loves that you do your YouTube, and then you find out he's writing your enemies and telling them, I'm trying to kill her, you get a fear. Trauma comes back. You remember your mother almost being unalived by many men. Bet your fucking ass when a man puts their hands on me or gets in my face, I'm going to beat the fuck out of them. It's just how I am. It's part of my trauma, and I really do need therapy for it. I've had therapy in the past for it. Actually, my whole childhood, I had therapy that extended from the abuse from my mother and my father, and from the men in my mother's lives. My One of my younger sisters, I won't give the name, was essayed by many of my mother's boyfriends. Trauma's real. It hurts. It's sad. Um, I'm not right. I know I'm not right when I put my hands on my husband, especially when I do it first because he's as close to my face screaming in it. What it is it's a defense mechanism. Like I said earlier, it's not fun to grow up in a home of domestic violence and to see the things I've seen. And I'm sure many women out here have seen the same things because there's so many women that are abused. I was going to share this video, but it has music in it. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to ChatGPT. It's not paid for, so I don't know how long we can do this. But have you ever heard the saying, hurt people hurt? I'm not proud of that. Men are scary to me. I'm only 4'11". My husband is 6'4". He never gets a bruise from me. I've had many bruises from him. Many. Over the years. So what we're going to do is we are going to sit here and we're going to go through. Let's go to ChatGPT. Let me ask if a woman whom has faced domestic violence their whole life, watching men beat the crap out of their mom daily, would that make the child who watched it go into defense mode when a man lunges and hits her as an adult? And I have an issue with hitting my husband when he hits me and or lunges at me and screams in my face. I believe it is a result of my past traumas. I do believe I need therapy because the violence in my home caused by my husband hitting and backstabbing me, even sending secret messages that my brother-in-law sent me to an ex-brother-in-law. No one in the family likes, and those messages state he is trying to 302 and kill me. Would it be normal for me to react the way I do. Let's let it do its thing. And then I'm going to read it to you. What's a device? Like a phone? I do. Do you know my phones are shut off? My husband hasn't paid my phone bill in months. He lost his job because he gave the girl that was sucking his dick a promotion. And I made him quit. I don't share my husband with women. Yes, I've made mistakes, but it was after 4 months of torment for my husband, for what, in my opinion, I believe is for my brother-in-law, who's trying to hide secrets. I did a live last night, for those of you that missed it, in great detail. I doxed many people I know and love, many people I know and hate. I walked you through my life, the homes I lived in, and told you how my father would be connected to Summer. Watch it. It might open your eyes a little bit, make you a believer. Literally. Okay, what you're describing makes a lot of sense. And yes, your reactions are connected to your trauma. When a child grows up in a violent home, the nervous system often gets trained to go into fight or flight or freeze mode whenever there's a threat. If you saw men beating your mom and lived in constant fear, your body learned, and I'm going to cry because this is real. This is mental health problems. These are the things I grew up with that you people call me crazy for. No. It's just a whole hell of a lot of hurt. And it's why I came to YouTube to begin with, to help people like me. I never in a million years thought my life would get worse from trying to help a missing little girl. My life is in ruins. My bills aren't paid. My husband doesn't have a real job. He has a job working at uni. Only a couple hours a week. We're not making ends meet. I've lost a tooth. He's left me twice. Of course, I kicked him out because I was angry because he wouldn't put cameras up, and he wrote my brother-in-law. He's been caught on Datelines. He's cheated on me many times in the past, and this wouldn't be the first round of him going around and hitting me. It seems like every 8 years or so, my husband goes into a crazy violent streak, and he does really weird shit, and then he'll get really cool and be sweet for a few years. Not really sweet, because he tells me saying good morning to me is a fantasy. He tells me not to use my wedding vows as he cheats. It's crazy. I don't understand it, and I don't know what his thing is, but the other day he told me he didn't even want to come back. Earl, you're welcome to leave. You're worthless. You don't pay bills. You don't fix nothing. You taught my children how to also use domestic violence against their women. Yeah, my son punched his girlfriend in the face a couple months ago and went to jail. After witnessing my husband, first time he's ever really done it that I've seen, but it was after he was witnessing my husband hitting me. Like it's okay, right? My husband puts me down daily. When my daughter was 4 years old, I caught my husband cheating on me. But right before I caught him cheating on me, I caught him standing at the kitchen sink telling my daughter to hate me because I'm crazy. And my daughter was 4 years old. He still does that with my kids. And he doesn't see that as abuse and my manipulation games. He doesn't see him hitting me as violence. He's not sorry for the things he's done the last 10 months. Truth, I'm trying very hard to fight for my marriage and have been. I have no income. I depend on my husband. I have heart failure that he gave me because he cheated on me and caused me a lot of stress during a pregnancy. And that stress helped to cause my baby right after birth to die and then put me into total heart failure where I was hospitalized. I've been sick ever since. I have this thing where I blame my husband for my horrible life, and I need to quit doing that. I get that. I'm not perfect, but I am also a child who comes from a whole hell of a lot of trauma. I'm an adult now, but children grow up to be adults that are dysfunctional. I'll be the first to come on here and tell you I'm very fucking dysfunctional. I had to deal with my first husband's suicide, the father to my two boys, while my husband was cheating on me and hitting me. Um, I had to deal with my brother unaliving my cousin all at the same time. I had to deal with my what did I say? The heart transplant. My son getting a heart transplant and my husband not being a support system. Instead, he was on Datelines. This go round, I caught him on TikTok trying to meet prostitutes and chat. Mentally, guys, I'm not okay. And I'm not going to come out here and put a show on for you. I'm not going to come out here because I'm a real human. I'm not fake. Hey, little Dev. I'm trying. Right now, my problem is a financial status. If my husband leaves, my gas is shut off right now because he gave this bitch his job. Somebody whom I believe could possibly be connected to everything I've been covering. So he no longer has his good job. He's making $12 an hour, and just 2 months ago, he was making like $22 an hour. So it set us back really bad. And yeah, I could go get a job, but I do have heart problems, and my doctor told me I'm not allowed to work unless it's a desk position, which I don't have any skill for. I've never been to school. Because of my mother's domestic violence and being an addict and being an alcoholic, at a very young age, I had to raise 3 babies that she had back to back with 3 different men. That's traumatic. It made me have to quit school in the beginning of 9th grade, end of 9th grade. The last grade I completed was 8th. I don't have the education. That's why I can't spell. People make fun of me. No, it's really because I didn't go to school because my mother was an addict and an alcoholic and an abuser. I loved my mom. I understand why she abused because hurt people hurt. I'm in that mode right now. I'm trying to work things out with my husband because he does get through these phases for years at a time. But what's going to happen the next time? Last night, I swear the motherfucker tried to break my neck. It hurts. It still hurts. I haven't even slept. It's been stressful. I actually went to his job and sat with him to make sure he's not cheating on me. That's crazy. I can tell you when I'm crazy. I don't feel like hurting nobody. I don't feel like unaliving nobody. I'm sad. However, I would never unalive myself because my husband did that to my children already, which caused my first husband, which caused them a shit ton of trauma. I guess I'm a pretty selfish person because if my first husband wouldn't have done that, I probably would have already. However, he taught me a lesson not to do that because it hurts all the people around you. So I have a lot of mental illness things that I haven't been able to deal with my husband. He doesn't permit it. He won't go to therapy with me. I've begged for years. And I think we are finally at the end of our rope. And as soon as I financially find a way to take care of myself, I'm getting rid of him. It went so bad today. Let me pull something out of my pocket and I'm going to hide this. Actually, I'm not going to hide it. I'm going to put the number on here in case my husband finds it and I need to call them. This is an advocacy program for me to take steps to leave him and get help getting a PFA. I walked into a drug recovery center today, not because I'm an addict, but because I could feel myself. I own my home, Jessica, and I'm a strong-willed person. Why should I leave my home? The judges in Pittsburgh, because of what I'm covering, have refused me a PFA. When I went into the courtroom with a big black eye and a missing tooth, although they weren't caused by my husband directly, they were caused by his mental abuse. When I walked into the courtroom, I gave my name, and the judge wouldn't even hear my case. I literally stood in front of her with a black eye and a missing tooth, and she wouldn't even listen to my story because I'm covering Summer Wells and the corruption here in Pittsburgh. Yeah. So I don't even have help. My husband, when I called the police in my local area to turn in the people here in Pittsburgh and Summer's case, my husband stopped me from turning it in. He told the police that my childhood wasn't real and I didn't live that way. Well, Earl, where did I live then? Would you mind explaining that to me? That's a mind fuck. That's head games, which is more than hitting. My husband plays them with me constantly. Yesterday, our fight started because it was 8 o'clock at night. I asked him to knock on somebody's door and asked them if we could borrow a chainsaw to cut some wood. My husband told me I'm absolutely fucking crazy. Then he lied to me. He lies all the time. I catch him on Datelines. My husband's not a good man, in my opinion. He used to be somebody I love deeply. That love's not there, and I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to work through it with him and go broke and starve, or to keep him here and deal with the abuse. It's really fucking bad. Part of the reason I came out last night and did what I did, doxing my life, was so that it would be on here if I die. I want the information here so that Summer and my friend Lisa get answers one day. You can see in messages between me and my ex-brother-in-law. My ex-brother-in-law will tell you how my husband hits me and cheats on me. All the time. It's in the messages. I will post the messages my husband and my ex-brother-in-law were having when all this crazy shit started. Peace, bugs, and understanding. I feel like I deserve it. I feel like I made a mistake coming to YouTube to cover a little girl that lives down in Tennessee. I feel like it's ruined my life, but I can't give it up because I want justice for this little girl. And I know the people from the 501c3 that was down there letting Candace and Dawn shoot up while they screamed at them on the phone. That were playing games in Summer's case. I'm 48 years old. I have heart failure. 12% of my heart beats. I'm not going to be on this earth long. But if there is even one chance that Summer's alive, I'll go through it to get answers for her and for a girl I love so very fucking much. Somebody I grew up with who's missing, who also connects to these people. We can bring you hope. Family. I just want Summer found. When I came to YouTube, this is not what I expected. I expected to share a little girl's picture and get her face out there. Tell a little bit of her story. Give you the scenery of where she lives. Talk about the people that were already coming online. People whose names have been mentioned. I never in a million fucking years expected to find my own family ties. That's why, and you guys have heard me for the last how many years state, that's why I don't cover true crime in Pittsburgh. Fuck me. I probably should have covered the true crime in Pittsburgh instead of the true crime in Tennessee. And when I am done with Summer's case, I will never cover another missing persons case. I haven't even been to Tennessee or met the humans that knew Summer in real life. Yet my life is affected. When Jody Sue tells you people are stalking and abusing her, I believe her. Do I believe Jody Sue's completely innocent? No. But I don't believe she took Summer. I think she knows who may have. I've explained this. I do see Jody Sue these days as a witness. I think that's why she comes out here and talks in riddles and tries to confuse things, because she's already on YouTube and knows she fucked up. But she can't taint Summer's case anymore because it wouldn't be good, and Summer will never get justice. Yeah, peace of mind would be great. I really fucking hate to do this, guys. Tina, did you watch my live from last night? Summer's neighbors didn't know about her. Summer's neighbors were Summer's family. The Goads, the Gorleys, the Lights, the Elliots, the Hills, the Crawfords. They're all related. They are all family tied all over Beech Creek. Summer is literally related to almost every human by step. Jim Goad took Don Wells and his mother in, and all those people were his family ties. So when people tell you they didn't know Summer, that's a lie. You'll hear Jody say, oh, half the neighbors didn't even know about Summer. But in the same breath, you'll hear her say they use every church. They went to many churches in the Beech Creek community. Trust and believe people knew and seen Summer. I don't know why you don't think my family could have anything to do with Summer. I pretty much went through all the shit last night with a lot of proof. I think you should watch last night's live. And I'll tell you my connections deeply. I deeply went through my connections last night. I walked streets where I lived, even to the point where I can pinpoint family members of Ernie Shell. Hi, Neil. Hi, Mark. June's still alive. She was a sweet lady. Ernie Shell has cousins in the town I grew up in. So, what do I think happened with Summer? That's hard to answer. I don't know if it's true. Everything I'm saying is speculation, but the connections are there. 100% there. I'm not saying they're real, I'm saying it's a realm of possibility. But I think my father may have unalived that little girl. Do you know what that feels like? It's why I stay here. I think Dawn and Candace, or Candace, or Fred and Andy, whoever found a big bag of math, well, Fred's accusing Karen Elliott of stealing it. And there's also a prostitution ring connected to these people, but I don't know that ring to have ever taken children. I do know that they pass women around and men in my area, as I know the call, the Madam, personally in my real life. And I know she dated my cousin Sean, and I know Sean connects to Beach Creek and Light Holler Road, and he's part of the KKK. I believe Dawn Wells or Candace Wells owed my father money. I believe Dawn and Candace Wells owed him money, and my father's a heartless pig who was my first abuser. I just told you the story a little bit, just a bit. I do believe the man is heartless and that he could do something like that. I believe there was a time and point where he would have unalived me if he could have. He never gave a fuck about his own kids. Why would he care about somebody else's? My father has borderland. I didn't realize exactly how close to the border he was until JLR ended up on his land and did a video. It's fucking scary. As a matter of fact, let's watch it. Hold on. This is embarrassing. Just so you guys all know, to come out here and do this. However, I believe in transparency with you guys. And I do believe my life has been thrown into peril for things I didn't know. Hold on. I'm going to show you my father's land. And I just want you guys to look at this. Hold on. I gotta find the video. I might have to scroll on my posts. I have a hard time finding it a lot. Okay, hold on. And this would probably be the safest time in America to cover something like this because we have the ICE raids going on. Not saying I'm safe. Last night I put myself in a whole hell of a lot of danger. Just for this little girl. A little girl I've never met. But because so much, I believe there's a big possibility my father may have done something to this little girl. I stay here. It's nothing I expected, but I do believe it could be a possibility. Why don't you write this guy and ask him what his ties are? I give you permission. Fuck him. Hold on, let me try another way. Because this is going to take freaking forever. I need to just damn download this shit the next time I find it. And JLR is not like, you see this shit? You see this? World's most cases filed by Jonathan Lee Riches. Here, I'm going to put this in watch later so we can come watch it after I find his Borderland. This wouldn't have been a channel, I don't think. That's another thing. He has a million channels. That don't make sense. Jonathan Lee. What's his name? Richies? Jonathan Lee Riches. This would be it. Hold on. And I keep asking him to tell me how he found this land. Why do I have such an issue finding this? I swear this dude takes it down, puts it up, takes it down, puts it up. All right, we are going to go scroll my wall. Ay. Because I know it's on there. Just give me a minute. But in the meantime, like, I want people to know that what I said last night, it's not like I'm purposely abusing my husband. It's that he's lunging in my face. He's putting his hands on. Yeah, there's been a couple times where I hit him first. It needs to end. It's a reaction, and it's nothing I started. I have, and we still got to read the chat. You know what? Let's do that first. Let me read this to you. What you're describing makes a lot of sense, and yes, your reactions are connected to your trauma. When a child grows up in a violent home, the nervous system often gets trained to go into fight or flight or freeze mode whenever there's a threat. If you saw men beating your mom and lived in constant fear, your body learned that violence could erupt at any moment. As an adult, when someone lunges, screams, or hits you, your body doesn't just see that moment. It sees all the past dangers at once. That's why you go into defense mode automatically. It's not a choice. It's a survival response, and it's one I'm ashamed of. Because in my personal life, I've never had a relationship like this before. Some key points. Your reaction is normal in the context of trauma. You are not crazy or bad for defending yourself. Your brain and body are doing what they learned long ago. It's trauma-driven. Complex PTSD and ongoing domestic violence can make it almost impossible to stay calm when someone physically threatens you. Therapy can help. Trauma therapy like EMDR, somatic therapy, or CBT for trauma can help retain your nervous system so you feel less triggered and more in control. Your safety matters most. If your husband is hitting you, screaming in your face, and even making threats about trying to have you 302'd, involuntary psychiatric commitment or worse, those are serious red flags. That's not just marital conflict, that's abuse. It would be completely normal for someone with your history to react the way you do. But at the same time, you shouldn't have to live in a home where you're being lunged at, hit, or threatened. That's not safe. And that's not even talking about the backstabbery shit he did. And then it just asked me would I like them to share. You guys get the point. We don't want to share anything. I look like shit, guys. I really do. I have really bad CPTSD and I've been diagnosed with it since a child. My prognosis is bad and not enough counseling to fix me now, they say. You know, Helen, that's how I feel. I feel like if I even went to counseling at this point, that it wouldn't be a help. And I know that's a wrong way of me thinking. I should try it. I've had some abusive situations as a child that involved counseling from my mother. Not from my counselors, but from my mother, and it's really hard to explain, so I'm not even going to try. Yes, when I smoke, that's why I smoke so much. It helps me. It truly does. Like, I'm a calm, happy person. Not even happy, but I'm more calm when I smoke. That's why it's the only drug I do. I have a long history of being abused by my partners. One of my ex-girlfriends. Oh my God, Jessica. They collapsed and I had to have a chest tube put in. I just feel isolated to feel safe. It fucks your relationship with friends, family. I'm a very lonely person. I come out here and I talk to you guys, but really you're all I have. I pissed everybody off in my community covering Summer's case because I'm outing them. So I lost the remaining friends I had covering Summer's case because nobody really, all these criminals really don't want justice for a missing child. But I wonder how they would feel if the shoe was on the other foot and it was their child missing in their community that connects to Rogersville. That fucking bothers me. Prior to that, 80% of my friends have been lost to drug addiction. That's not a lie. Or died from an overdose, even when they weren't that addicted. And I believe they were silenced, given said drug. You know, that's a really good way to get away with unaliving. Call the person a junkie. Shoot them up. They die. Call the police, and the police are going to write it off because that human's a junkie. Look at the numbers and overdoses and how that can work in crime when somebody might want somebody unalived. And that's real shit. Let me see. Please try counseling. Oh, I am. I actually even went and got numbers for counseling. I actually walked into a new recovery center in my area today for addicts, and I'm not an addict. But I left my husband's job today realizing how bad things have gotten between us because I was literally in the Unimart screaming at him and just, that's not me. That's not the human I am. And over these last 10 months, I really dislike myself. I don't quite understand the emotions I'm feeling learning that I have these connections down in Tennessee and that my whole family may have been back stabbing me for years. It's a really fucking hard pill to swallow on top of the traumas I've already been involved in. I'm not right today. I'm not okay today. I don't want to unalive myself. I don't want to unalive anybody else. I'm not a threat to society. I don't want to threaten anybody, but I feel very sad. I don't even know what to do with these feelings, especially when you don't have nobody, especially your husband, to talk to about it because you get attacked. Or my son. My husband has taught my son how to be an abuser to his mother and his girlfriend. My house is really bad right now. That's why I haven't been coming live. We're living in turmoil over Summer's case. It's real. It's real as fuck. And it's caused by people in my community that have been playing fuck shit games down in Tennessee. I went to get a PFA on my husband when all this happened, and I had the big black eye, I had the missing tooth. I didn't even get to speak. The judge heard my name and said, I'm not giving you a PFA, and got up and walked out of the thing because of what I'm covering. They're scared. The corrupt ass fucking judges here in Pittsburgh are extremely scared right now. And they fucking should be, in my opinion. But I do have numbers, and I even got an advocacy program that will go with me in front of the judge so that the judge can't just get up and walk out before even hearing why I'm there. Loneliness sucks. I know how you feel. I can't deal people, period. Loud voices in personal spaces. Nobody sees it, so they don't believe it. It is. I get like that. I like my peace. I've gotten fat over the years because I just sit in my home. But that's okay with me. That's where I'm most comfortable. I thought it was a bubble where I was safe. I'm learning it's probably the worst place I could fucking be right now. My own family has hurt me more than the people on YouTube. That says a lot. And it feels like my husband was trying to protect some people he knew against his wife. And it fucking hurts. Yes, I so understand I'm an introvert. Loneliness sucks. I know how you feel. I can't deal with people, period. Loud voices in my personal space, traffic, etc. Nobody sees it, so they don't believe it. I just addressed that. Helen, I'm glad you have some relief. I got put on a few new See, that's the thing. Like, I take even antidepressants, and they're not helping anymore. And there's something that's helped for years, and it's just since the stress, we'll call it, has gotten so bad, I feel like that medication's no longer doing its job. So I'm going to have to get that changed. You're still young enough, Crystal, to make treatments work. Go for it. Oh, I am. I'm going to. I do plan. I don't have a phone. I don't even have gas. Like, my husband literally gave this girl he was trying to cheat on me with at his job, who connects to these people, his job, because he couldn't go in the office and tell them that she doesn't go to post. She hangs around me all day and she should be at post. Can you please keep her away from me? Instead, he went in there, told his job that my life is fake, that I don't know the people I know, and I'm crazy, and that Brittany should get a promotion. She stole his job. I guess when you suck the boss's dick, it's easy to get a promotion. I mean, no disrespect, maybe back away from Summers. I'm trying, A1. I am. I'm trying to do music promotion and cover the Corleones instead. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but I'm trying. However, I don't want to leave Summers' case because I really do believe there is a huge possibility that my father may have hurt this little girl before he passed away. That hurts me. That's scary to me. It's nothing to smile about. It's not. Like, to be honest with you, with my dad's companies, his borderland, what he was involved in Miami, and I explained a lot last night. It's a very huge possibility this man I didn't know real well had a lot of money. Of course, I'm going to welcome it if I get it because I've always had nothing and I need some fucking gas and fucking phone, right? Like, who would deny a whole bunch of money? But when you get that money or even thinking about it, it doesn't feel like I got it or I'm going to get it for good reasons. However, I want a brighter future for my grandchildren. Life really fucking sucks. Okay, let's go back to. Oh, where'd you go? I must have clicked out. I don't know if this was a video. Oh, let me search. Oh, yeah, it is. I can't find this video right now, guys. Wait. No. Hold on here. I'm a looking. Let me try Yuma. All right, I can't find it at the moment. I'm going to come back later and we're going to go over. I'm going to find the video and we're going to go over it because I want you guys to picture this. He goes all the way to the end, and I'm not even accusing Jonathan Lee Richards of anything right now. But what I'm saying is he goes to a part of this land my father owns I never seen. And there is a giant gap in the wall. That's so fucking scary to me, knowing I know who my father was. Pure ass evil. It was hard living with him. But anyways, that's all. The judge actually told you she would not give you. No, not because I'm covering Summer's case, Danny. I walked in and she said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Crystal Sims." And then she said, "Why are you here?" And it might have been because I'm covering Summer's case, because I started with her. I'm a YouTube creator and my husband's abusing me. She got up off the fucking bench and just walked out of the room and told me, "Nope, nope, bye." I had a big black eye and a missing tooth. The lady wouldn't even fucking listen to me. That worries me. If you watch my live from last night, you will understand why. Money ain't worth your state of mind. Yep. My dad's name was Martin Stanley. His mail was delivered at a gas station at 611 Sidewinder Road, but he owned 10 acres of land right across the street from it, and those 10 acres drive exactly up to the border wall. There's a little lake that divides the border from his land, and there's a big gaping hole in it. And I know fact, my father told me what he used to do on his dirt bike with drugs. Humans, I don't know. But I do know that was a point of entry for him, if that makes sense. He had a business in Mexico. He opened an ice cream shop. He had an apartment in Mexico. Yet he was a ripoff artist, dude. My dad was the best scammer on the earth. It's sick. He collected Social Security and welfare for years. Well, he had his own money. He was making lots of money. And, he's never sent a damn penny to me or my sister. One time, 2 times. He came up, gave my mom some money, told us he had some girl pregnant. I never met the baby. I was told it was a brother of mine, that I have a brother out there in California somewhere, was what I was told. Um, I don't know. Shit's just crazy. Yeah. But 611 Sidewinder Road. And then right across the street, you'll see his land and just follow. Actually, let's do it that way. I don't even need JLR. Hold on. Having problems here. Uh-oh. I'm connected. Can you guys hear me? Let's try this way. No. Where the hell did this video go JLR posted? I'm going to find it because I think I have it saved and it was on my wall. And I've shared it several times before, but here we go. And you know what's really fucking funny that scares me even more? Is that at the beginning of Summer's case, Donna Serafina came out here. And in her vision, she sees sidewinder this, side that, side road that. It's a long, windy side road. And that scares me. It's almost like it was a hint to Sidewinder Road. Especially knowing that I see my Aunt Rosemary's sister on here on Ziggy's channel being a psychic. Okay. All right. So which direction do we want to go? Let me look. That would be the wrong direction. Here, let's do this. Hold on. This is the gas station my father used as an address, and this is my father. Look, it took me right there. This is my father's land. He owns 10 acres. I know for a fact it goes down to the border, but I never got a look at it. Let me make sure we're going the right way here. Oh no, what did I do? All right, you guys can go look up Jonathan. No, I'm pretty sure it's down this way. Hold on. Why is this doing this? It's almost like my computer don't want me to show it to you. Okay, listen, guys. I'm just going to go later. The address is 611 Sidewinder Road. Do an aerial view. Get down. Walk. The borderland is right there, and when you see it, I promise you, you will have a whole different perspective of anything you've been thinking. I love to write. I haven't been. That's my problem. When I feel trauma induced, I feel like I can't write. It's almost like a writer's block. Or work. Which is why I haven't been producing much videos. It's like that's something PTSD does. It puts, and anxiety, because I'm diagnosed with anxiety as well. It makes your thoughts scattered and everything around you really hard. Like, I don't like chaos around me. Even though it's a mess in here because I've been crafting. Oh, let me show you guys. Not that one, it ain't done. I've been doing some crafting, so my shit is a disaster if you guys are seeing it. I've been making little fall ornaments. This says, "You are always in my heart," and it has a little princess, a bow. The heart says it. There's a little gem in there. I made a pumpkin with some hearts on it that stands up. A dragonfly wish. I made 3 of these. Boo with a house. Boo with 2 ghosts. Let's see. There's one missing. There's a boo missing. I don't know where it went. It was there. That's another thing. My husband hides my belongings all over the house. Like my toothbrush disappeared twice. The first time it was a brand new electric toothbrush that disappeared for months while he left. And then when he came back, magically the toothbrush is back. For 3 days, 3 days, I've been looking for my toothbrush. It's gone. Magically, yesterday it shows up. Fucking gross shit, dude. Live with no regrets. What they are is I put them on wood rounds. This one's Mod Podged. And then this is my favorite one, even though it ain't that great. I have 2 more I'm looking for. But it's a little alien. And these are metal. Like I put metal charms on them. This is a polymorph clay bead. I drew the planets. They suck. That's why I don't like it. But I put these little charms. I don't even know why I'm showing you all these. I might try to sell them one day. Who knows everything I do? You're a grifter. You're a grifter. It almost feels like a sin if you come out here and make money, which is what YouTube was for. Munch is live when it's like 4 a.m. here. I need to catch up on them. I haven't watched Mama Bear. I haven't watched nothing. Like my life really has been a mess, and I'm just trying to fix the broken pieces. And it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. It just, I'm going to A1. I see, here's the thing. Etsy takes so much money and it's hard to get through because so many people make it. I actually did want to maybe start putting my stuff out here on YouTube, and not just mine, but my daughter-in-law makes some pretty fucking amazing shit herself. And I make other things like, here's my other boo. It looks backwards. But that's a star right there in the middle. Did I show you guys? Yeah, I did. There's one missing now. Don't fix pieces. Fix you, my love. I might actually take a little break from YouTube and just watch for a little bit until I can get my life on track. And it's not because I dislike anybody or anything like that. It's just, it's for me. Does the local elementary school have? Yes, we do have craft shows. And I've done some in the past. I make big signs. let me show you these. I make journals. I love scrapbooking. Well, not really scrapbooking. I like making the scrapbooks. Like this is one of my journals. This is handmade. This one. The whole thing, I put the book together, glued it all myself. I made the actual book, the pages. But there's pockets. Hold on, that ain't a pocket. I have fun folds where you can open it up and look in. That's one. I have Live Life Joyfully, and I put little paper in it. I handmade these, like made the papers and everything that go in them. See, look, this is scrapbook paper, but has little tags. So I do plan on one day. I have this journal I didn't finish. Yeah, they're like a junk journal. Yep, that's what they are. This one I put a little shaker thing on the front. I didn't finish the front. I got to put something there. But I believe the inside is mostly finished. I got the pockets. But this one wasn't handmade. What this was a blank. I mean, it is handmade. But it's not like the fun folds. Like I didn't glue it together. The book was already bought, and then I glued all the pages in and put the pockets in. Did I have put pockets in here yet? I don't even know if this is finished. No, this one don't have pockets yet. Oh yeah, here's one. Like I put pockets in them, and you can put things in them. Aw, A1. Put a blinged initial would be cool. Yeah. I'm trying to get an abundance of things, and then I plan on setting up a storefront or something. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. All right, guys, I just wanted to get on really shortly because I haven't slept. It's been a fucking tremendous night, day, life. I think I'm going to come off of here and try to go live tonight if I've gotten good rest. But I think we'll be covering something other than summer. I don't know what that is right now. I've been going over the Cocaine Cowboys, but I think I want to do something different. I'll let you know either way. But I probably will be live tonight. But right now I'm going to jump off. Do hope, do crystal, pray. Guys, because I really, please watch last night's live. You'll understand a whole hell of a lot. I promise. I walk you through on Google who people are. I show you their homes. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm probably getting another 10 lawsuits. Hi. However, they have to prove they're not criminals in court. So, good. Bring it. All right, guys. I'm going to go. Yeah. Like Helen said, don't sweat the small stuff. I did that live, blew me away. Was it more understanding, A1? I'm really curious because a lot of people will come on here and be like, oh, how are you related to all these people? I'm not related to all the people directly. However, criminal organizations have lots of people within them, usually in a neighborhood. That good old boy system, right? Oh, look. Listen, guys, if y'all ain't scared to give me your email, your house address, I'm not going to stalk you, I promise. But I wanted to, let me show you this while I'm showing you these. Where are the other ones? The other ones are better. I was showing them to my daughter. Oh, here they are. Because I feel so lonely so often, and because I've been through so much, I understand what it's like when somebody really, really needs a hug or love or a friend or just a smile. These are something I started making a couple years ago. I want to do snail mail with you guys. I wouldn't charge you anything for these, just a little letter and a hello. And if you're interested, email me, ctsims2003@gmail.com. We could be pen pals. Does anybody else out here scrapbook? I like to share my things, little tidbits, charms, and things like that. I'd be willing to do that with you. But I have these little things that I made. And as you can see, like the girl pops off, the dog pops off. They're really professionally done, except for the backs are a little bland. But I have my to and from, but they say things like keep shining. The world needs your light. Your strength and resilience inspire us all. Don't be afraid to dream big. Your potential is limitless. That's one. But then I have these. I have many of these. I just gotta find them. Oh, cool, Helen. I can't wait. Yeah, A1. But these ones have little quotes on them. They're not as fancy on the front, but the back is a little more fancy. And the quotes are on the back, and it says, smile, it's the key that fits the lock to everybody's heart. Anthony J. D'Angelo. That's so funny. I know somebody by that name. I don't think it's the same person. A smile is the best makeup any girl can wear. The world always looks for from behind a smile unknown. It's just little smiles. That's what I call them. They all mostly say different things on them, but that's the front and the back. Because of your smile, you make me, you make life more beautiful. That which, I don't know what the fuck that word is. Thick, what? I'm not sending these ones out. I can't even fucking see that. Can you understand what the fuck this says? It looks like a HANH. I don't think that's a word. So apparently I messed something up. Nobody will be getting those ones. If they care, they will say, those are so cute, positive vibes. Thank you. But if anybody's not willing, I won't come to your house and stalk you. But if you want to smile every once in a while, send me your address and I'll send them out once a month at a surprise date. And you guys can get a smile. I also make cards because I do a lot of scrapbooking. It's Halloween. Let's find a good Halloweeny one. I've showed these in the past. There's Magic in the Night When Pumpkins Glow by Moonlight. They come with little charms. But I made these. And there's an insert on the inside. Here's another one, Classy Witch. Aw, I'd love to, Ellen. Aw, thank you, A1. So I do plan on, I'm not a grifter. I work really hard on my crafts. I love the craft. And I love to do shows. I'm not a grifter. However, I'm a broke fucking bitch right now. I might try to sell some of these on my YouTube since Etsy's so fucking expensive and ridiculous and it's always bullshit. So people look out. I just would lovely personalized trinkets. Guys, I make so much. You know how Ziggy does her resin? Where the hell did my pyramid go? I can't find it right now, but I have resin things. I have all kinds of shit. Big signs. I can't find my signs. I'm really upset because my husband put them away and they're huge. And there was like 30 of them. I don't understand how 30 huge signs disappear, but hey, whatever. Head games are real. But yeah, cpsims2003 at Gmail, and once a month, I'm going to start sending out smiles and happiness because I think we all deserve a little bit. Something, I got a fortune cookie a while back and I saved it because positivity is a key to a fulfilling and joyful life. What's your Cash App, Kristen? I really don't like putting my Cash App out, Tina. And it's not because of you guys, it's just because of all the fuckery that's going on in Summer's case. When I'm covering music, I'll put it out maybe, but right now I'm just not ready. When I start putting my stuff out to sell, I will. Even though I really could use the help right now, I just don't feel like grifting is a way to get this baby answers. And I truly want answers for Summer just because of the realm of the possibility of my father's connections. And I promise you, last night's live was very interesting. You're going to see how Miami connects to Pittsburgh, connects to Tennessee with names, addresses, and all. Even pinpointing an Ernie Shell, which are the things I've been screaming, but I think I haven't been able to express properly. And that's why a lot of people, it is, Helen, I agree. Maybe one day, one, I'll like plan a trip and go somewhere. Maybe I'll get all this damn money that I think that I might possibly have because my dad was a pig. Um, his money wouldn't have all been dirty. He put grants in for different businesses to do different things. I just really feel some people are stealing from him up here in Pittsburgh. I don't know if my dad did this or if his friend who owned the house did it this summer, or there's just a lot of connections to me down in Miami and in Tennessee right now that I'm finding. And at the bottom of this is who I believe could be Six Up or Tragedy Pimps Exposed, since they won't show their face. And the girl I'm thinking that they I'm not 100% saying it, but the girl I'm thinking one of those two could be, her name is Gretchen Gladakowski, and she's a really well-known hooker. Here in Pittsburgh, she runs her own call service, and it started really young. I explain a lot of that in last night's live, so please, again, watch it. I promise you, your eyes will open wide, and then go to 611 Sidewinder Road and find the straight road to a border. It's going to scare the fuck out of you the same way it's scaring me right now. Extremely bad. Even the thought of it can make a human crazy, and that's why I've been calling the police and doing all the things I've been doing and acting crazy on here since January. I haven't been myself, and I know that. But it's another trauma, like even the thought that my father could be involved in, and I know my dad, I know my dad was a bad person, and I know who his connections are, and I know what he did when I was a child, and I explained that in my last live. Yes, Ellen, adopt us all. Shoot. Yeah, I'll drop my email. And Tina, I hope you didn't take that personal. My Cash App is going to go up, but it's going to be when I sell items. I'd prefer to make the money off of my own items rather than and send a receipt like a store. I'd like to work for my money. Oh, thank you. See, super stickers work. I appreciate that. I'm not one. Thank you so very much, honey. I'm not one of them channels that go, oh, YouTube takes 30%. It's a lot. I agree. YouTube shouldn't take the 30%. However, YouTube also has to make money too. So I get it. Yeah, and I plan on it. Like, did you guys see my live the other day? You know what these were made out of? Remember how I was telling you guys how I acquired a whole tree? This is what I did with it. And it's just the beginning. I plan on making big clocks and tables. But yeah, super stickers, super chats, thank yous in my comments. Those are welcome. I believe in that. That's the professional YouTube way to do it. When you put your Cash App out, you can hide money laundering. You can hide tons of crime. And I just always like to be, I'm extremely transparent in life. And I think a lot of that has to do with the way I was raised. You fear not to tell the truth. However, you know what to hold back to certain people that can hurt people, because I did grow up in crime syndicates. Many of them. It's not a fucking lie. I showed you all last night a little bit of proof. Not a whole lot, but enough that I doxed enough people y'all could go call them and tell them I dare you to step, come to my channel and deny me. Please come fight with me, because that's how we get to the bottom of the shit and we take them out of the equation. But right now it's not looking good. My brother-in-law will threaten me to do this and that. Da, 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 da. He thinks I didn't save his screenshots. Well, I did, Bob. I know you make six figures a year, $600,000, $800,000. It changes. I know what you do. So you have the money to do that to me. And probably win. However, I have the text messages and the proof that Stacy comes to visit you every weekend but stays married to her husband. Some fucking weird shit, dude. I also have the proof of all these people here in my comment section saying, I don't know them, I don't know them. Come on now, dude. You were with my sister. If I know them, you fucking know them. It ain't like you and Shannon had this short relationship, and we grew up in the same communities. Like, y'all lived in Glassport, we lived in Glassport. It's a very small town. Y'all lived in McKeesport, I live in McKeesport. Not to mention that I can go to your Facebook page and see your friends, dumbass. So you could keep trying. Fuck you. Please sue me. I don't give a fuck if you make $1 million a year. I want Summer's story out. And my subs, when they start reading your comments after they see my live from last night, because I believe it'll happen, go through my profile, my community post, and look for the ones with like 70, 100 comments. That's where he's commenting. They're going to see how you said, I don't give a fuck about that little girl. That's the human you are, Bob. You're a cold-hearted bastard. And that's the human that abused my sister. Shut the lights off and beat her ass all over the house to where I had to walk like 4 or 5 fucking miles with no shoes on. Because I wanted to get there so fast to come fuck you up. However, when I got there, you weren't home. I grew up a fighter. I grew up in flight or fight mode my whole life. Why do you think my people from Glassport and McKeesport ain't coming out and saying shit? They rather just delete, block me, not say anything at all. However, nobody's coming out to deny anything because they can't, because it's their criminal shit. They'll get busted by doing so. I fear no motherfucker. If it's my time, it's my time. I have heart failure. My heart beats at 12%. Please understand that. Creeping death. I'm ready for it and have been for years. If it's worth finding this little girl, I'll die. Especially if I think my father could have had something to do with it. And I really fucking do. Yes, survival mode. A1 said, no, who said it? Yeah, A1 said, hey, little Dev. Little Dev said it back. Girl, you know how people say, I don't know how you're still standing or how you're so strong. I try to be strong. Truth is I'm not. I cry. I cry a lot. I throw tantrums. Don't ask me why I do it. I know what my PTSD causes. I've been dealing with it my whole life. And my husband won't get my medication, so I've also been unmedicated. I've been asking him for almost 10 months to go get me my medicine. He won't pay for it. They finally got me Ozempic. Big deal. I need my sugar to be down, but I need my heart to beat more. I would like my Bumex and Carvedilol. So, crying cleanses the soul. Oh, yay, A1. I'm really tired. I'm not going to check emails now. Here, let me put my email off. But I will check my emails when I wake up this evening, and I'll write your addresses down. And what is today? October 13th. So I'll try to get them out by the end of the week. I got to get money for stamps. My husband get tips at uni, and he gets paid on Friday. His stupid $12 an hour because he gave his blowjob girl his promotion. But whatever. I don't know what to say. I'll tell you this. You're emotional, but not nuts or weak at all. People who cry are the strongest. Fact. Oh, I appreciate that. It's really hard for me because as a kid, I wasn't allowed to cry. That's the honest to God's truth. My dad would tell me, quit fucking crying. My mom would tell me, quit fucking crying. We don't cry. We deal with it. So as I've gotten older and they're not around, the crying has got a lot worse. And I think it's because for so many years I had to hold it in. Oh God, it's so bad. I cry at the drop of a hat these days. Who wrote that? Helen. Like, I won't even watch a sad movie because I know I'll be sitting there in front of my family like, it is a strength and it is a release, and I agree. Just the last 10 months have been really fucking hard. Summer's case really does affect some of these creators. That's why I try to give like Benny and Tiffany Marie the benefit of the doubt, because I also see in Benny's life it has destroyed his life. I also see change in Benny. However, I think we all need to just wait and hold on and buckle up. Yep, stop crying or you'll get something to cry for. That was my mom. But it was really like in my family, you wasn't allowed to show weakness at all. Crazy shit. Oh, all right, guys. Well, yep. But I just wanted to explain what I meant last night by I've been kicking my husband's ass all over this house. Like, dude, he literally gets in my nose like this. And there have been times that I hit him first. But it's after a constant lie. Like, dude moved home with me, told me he loved me, wanted to work things out with me, and then hid a whole fucking iPad for 3 days for me that I didn't know he had. Like, if that don't spell fucking guilt, but he'll tell me it's because I didn't want you to break the iPad. Okay, Earl, so you would rather break my heart? Like, a human is worth breaking over a materialistic thing? To me, that's crazy, and he's the one that needs the motherfucking help right now. Yep, I heard about being a dog. Oh, A1, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Oh. It's hard growing up with parents that don't allow you to cry. And a lot of times, like, girls will tend to gravitate to the same kind of man that their father was. I never have. I don't even think Earl's like my dad. However, Earl has turned into some crazy motherfucker in the last fucking 10 months. And I don't know what the fuck is going on. But, like, you don't write your wife's enemies behind her back and refuse cameras in somebody's home and refuse to look at something when you find a pill in it. Start fights and then call the police. And instead of letting me turn in what I want to turn in on Summer's case, he tells them I'm crazy and my life ain't real. You can literally go and fucking verify me or my parents to see that it the fuck is. He's just an asshole. It helped me develop a thicker skin, but also love deeper and truer. I believe that people who have lived through trauma have the most beautiful hearts. Honestly. But okay, guys, I am tired. I almost fell asleep on you guys just a little bit ago reading something. So I'm going to jump off. I'm going to get some sleep. I'll try to come live tonight. Maybe we could talk more about abuse, or do they have a pharmacy that delivers where you are? Yeah, but the problem is Danny, I need a copay, and I don't even have the copay. Like, it's so bad. We're so broke right now because of the dumbass fucking decisions my fucking stupid husband made to protect another woman. Although he'll tell me it was to protect me, but okay. Yep, scapegoat theory is very important. All right, guys, I am going to go because I'm tired, and I appreciate so many of your beautiful comments. I hope to see you later. If I come live, it'll be late because it's already 1:30 and I'm already really tired. Contact your heart team. They should help. Yeah. I'm just going to start selling my shit. You guys, I don't want to take the cash apps for free money. However, I don't mind working for my money. So I got to figure out good prices and what's normal and go through my shit and pull my other shit out. And I want to make an abundance of shit and maybe make like a storefront where y'all can even come and order it just from my store. So like a website, maybe use Wix or something. But okay, guys, peace and love. I'll see you probably really late tonight, okay? Or tomorrow, depending how I feel when I get up. It's been a rough night. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Please watch last night's live before somebody takes it down. Bye.